like, where we're getting and, name of the company, everything like that. It's all set.
Okay. I love it. Where'd you guys go to dinner?
Where we went. We went to Eddie V's.
What's going on with when is your partnership with the restaurant starting?
February.
Okay.
That's the date we're looking for. Like Valentine's Day is like the major launch.
I love it.
But it's coming along. It's coming along. I was at Eddie V's last night, so I can see exactly how much it came along. I'm like, all right, cool. We're moving in the right direction. All the major things are done. So, at that point now it's just dialing it up on the inside.
And you like the partners you got for doing that?
Dude, I mean, the main partner was the managing partner of Eddie V's and the executive chef of Eddie V's. So, he knows it like back and forth, and I definitely trust him. So, it's not some business that I would easily get into either, because after their business, they decided it was going to be real fun and get a rush bar and all. So it's like, I'm into this business ever. Like, I would do it like if I got people that are in it, which atmosphere too, right? Like, place we had was like a sports bar, like restaurant type deal, and this is more of like a fine dining with like a blue martini vibe, like bar on the inside.
By you saying that, it reminded me of Mexico in those videos that we did and the photos we did out there on the pier.
Yeah. Oh, those were amazing photos. Amazing. Shoot. You can look how that moon that just lit up everything out there in the camera.
That was sick. Okay. I just give myself a reminder. Okay. All right. So we were just talking about Johnny and the family is very fine dining. They know their restaurants. They love their stuff, and they're launching something in February out in Florida. And so that's Mona really thinks that's awesome because she came from that world. So Mona having that restaurant, yeah. So I'm excited. You had a meeting. You had a good meeting this week also with our boy John from RejuveStem.
Yep. So I had a meeting with him yesterday, and Chirag, Dr. O'Neill came down and got this talk show. It's the first time me and Chirag got to meet in person. We've talked on the phone many times. So we're going to form a partnership where Orogenesis is what we're going to call it here in Tampa. And at that point, John's a partner, Chirag's a partner. We've got another one, too, as well. But at that point, being in Tampa, now you don't have to travel, out of the country to get the exact same stem cells you had to before, right? So our Muse cells is what we'll be having for our patients. And if you think you've done stem cells before, find out what stem cells you've done. If you can't find out, I guarantee they weren't just our Muse cells, unless you went to maybe one or two individuals that may have it other than us. But other than that, I think that's going to set the tone apart. And not having to travel out of the country to get some of these things. Now, some of the things, you will have to travel out of the country too, and then that way we'll just ship them to Cancun, where RejuveStem's at, and they can have their treatment down there, lay on the beach if they want to, and have the whole hospitality roll out. But if it's something that, listen, you don't want to travel out of the country, you can get the same thing. That way you're going to come down to Tampa. It's beautiful, sunshine here. You're going to be in the United States. You can do all the cool stuff. You don't have to worry about anything. So it's going to be a home run as far as that goes. I believe regenerative medicine is the future too. And it's so synergistic for what we do too as well, with peptides and longevity and hormones and such. So it's just a winner all the way around. If people want true longevity, they want true quality of life, they incorporate all these things if they can. I know some people are on budget, and financial things is one thing, but there's other treatments out there that I think they'll be able to take advantage of through us. That'll definitely get them, some good results and improve their longevity and quality of life as well.
100%. Again, you guys, we've talked about this a few times about RejuveStem out of Cancun. But this would be great that it could be right there, right in Tampa, Florida, so we can just jump over there.
Yep.
So I'm excited. I know I get to come out the end of January out to Florida. So I'm hoping this will be all up and running and ready to go by then. But we're moving in. We're moving into the new year.
Yes, I know. It's crazy to think 2026 is here.
Wow.
2025.
We're just like at the Arnold and then the Olympia, and now we're already New Year's. It's coming.
Right? It's nuts. Older you get, the faster it goes.
Amazing. What do we have over at Titan Medical going into this holiday season and into the new year?
Okay, so this week especially, Retta is on fire. Everybody's on Retta. Everybody's getting on Retta. That's definitely been the hot sensation. So, I mean, a lot of people are on the Retta. I mean, that's the therapy of the week this week. So if you're looking for a discount, now's the time to get it for sure, 100%. And this is something you can get on, you can stay on, you can microdose afterwards or microdose even on in the beginning. So if you're just trying to, pull some body fat and stuff like that, it's something that you can do very, very easily and optimize the body doing it as well. So that's one. I mean, obviously, listen, Glow has been working really good as far as that goes. Our Titan Transformation package, that one's been a winner. I mean, people are really, really happy with getting, 4 different peptides in one injection. Or if they get 2 different blends, you get 8 different things in 2 injections. So that's been a real, real big thing with patients. Obviously, getting a better result with things too as well. I had a patient like, well, I thought pentodecal arginate. Well, listen, this is going to be better because that's BPC, TB500, and KPV. Plus, you're going to get GHKCU in it. So it's just a winner all around.
That is huge. And we were the team and I were looking over the dose with each, and price wise and everything. It's actually it's amazing that that blend is better just to do that, and it saves. So that's just a whole different level of this. I do want to talk about glutathione.
Sure.
And your recommended dosage for somebody that is making sure they're taking care of themselves weekly, monthly. What is your recommendation on glutathione?
Glutathione's a great one. You can be on this consistently. You can be on this maintenance doses as far as that goes. If you're having like liver function issues or have fatty liver or anything like that, obviously you're going to want to go on a 2-week protocol. And at that point, like we can talk to you about that protocol, but it's usually 200 milligrams a day for 14 days to 30 days, depending on how high those liver functions are, ALT, AST, enzymes come back as. And at that point, other than that,
you were saying 200 a day for a couple weeks.
Yep. At least we do 30-day protocol. It's usually
30-day protocol.
If your liver functions, ALT and AST come back, let's say triple digits. Let's say one's at 100 to 110. All right. We're not going to freak out about that. We know we can get it down. So at that point, we'll put you on glutathione, 200 milligrams, usually for 30 days, what we recommend our providers tell the patients. And at that point, the liver functions are either within range or trending down like tremendously, like 60s, let's say, going down from that. And we'll just stay on the treatment for 1 more month if that's the case, and they'll usually be within range and be good to go. And that's important. It's important because, when you have your liver clogged up, it's not functioning properly. That means you're not losing weight properly. Things aren't transferring or processing properly through their converting. So, it's important. Like your liver is the filter of the body too, as well. So, you got to keep it healthy. And a lot of people don't know how to get it down. The liver functions within range. I mean, they go to the general practitioner and he says, yeah, you got a fatty liver. Like, well, what do I do? Well, change your diet. That's what they tell me.
Okay, so that's somebody that their numbers are high. So what would it be then for somebody that just wants to stay healthy and use glutathione for the other benefits from it by making sure the kidneys and liver are still functioning, your inflammation is down? What would a protocol be for that person for a month?
So usually you can do it 3 times a week if you want to do it like that in maintenance. If it's really bad, and as far as inflammation and everything like that, you can do the daily protocol. You can do the daily protocol. You can do 2 shots a day. It's totally up to you as a user. If you're getting over sickness or you got sickness coming on, that's when you really want to double up, right? You're pounding the body, you're getting the immune system, getting rid of the oxidative stress. So, you're taking the stress off the body to a certain extent and helping it. With somebody that just wants to be healthy. So like if you're like Mike, let's say, and you're traveling all around, I would probably do 3 shots a week at least, right, as a maintenance. And at that point, that should keep everything going as far as you need it. If you really want to incorporate it daily and you don't want to take the dose as 200 milligrams daily, you could do 100 milligrams, which is half a syringe, and then mix, let's say, Titan Complete or B12 or something else in there, and be able to mix that the exact same way and take both of those doses. So it's really up on the user, but I would say at least 3 times a week if you really want to stay on top of being healthy, making sure everything is great. And if you're having issues and stuff like that, that's when you increase the regimen.
Okay. So just so you guys go, there's a couple ways to do it. The shot is 200, and 3 shots a week, you're 600. So, okay, that's kind of what we were finding out as well over online as well. So this kind of goes with that. And again, kidneys and liver, guys, take care of your body inflammation on the glutathione. We're going into the new year. I know for me, I noticed a lack of energy. And so I know you have some great fat burners. And this is something you guys recommend: body fat droppage, energy, focus. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, of course. Our ECA Stack Plus. And man, I love the ECA Stack Plus. I use this every day. I use one every day. And at that point, I use it in the morning, and I get up, and I usually take mine probably about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And at that point, like, it gets me through my whole day. No pre-workouts. I've got good energy throughout the day. Mental clarity is there, like focused. And then your thermogenesis is happening too as well. So you're burning fat in the body, right? The core temperature is going up. So this is something that you're not going to feel like overstimulated on. You're not going to feel like a ping pong ball going back and forth. You're not going to get stomach or nausea or anything like that. The whole point of this is to hit the correct dose of stimulants, right? And at that point, not overstimulate, because overstimulation, overdose on stimulants, that's when you start getting the negative feeling effect and bad things happen. So at that point, like, if you can keep it and you get the right dose, and that's why we make different doses for different people, because different people have different tolerance to stimulants. So at that point, like, my tolerance might be really good. Somebody else's tolerance might not be very good. And they might be 2 times bigger than me, right? 260 pounds. You're like, oh man, you can't even take this little pill. Like, no, I'm really, really sensitive to this, right? Or you could have like a 80-pound girl that says, man, I could take 3 of these things, which I wouldn't recommend. But you see where the tolerance level is. It's the reason is because majority of people have a pretty good tolerance for stimulants. And the reason is because they're taking stimulants daily, just not in this form and not as clean. They're taking pre-workouts, they're taking over-the-counter fat burners, they're taking Adderall, they're taking, all these different things. And at that point, Adderall. Adderall, it's that's the thing that people use, and they think that's good. Well, eventually that's burning out your nervous system. So at that point, you're not good there, right? The other ones, you built up such a tolerance to pre-workouts, because some of the pre-workouts got 400 milligrams per serving. Some of these guys are taking 2 to 3 dry scoops of these things. And at that point, you're at 1,200 milligrams. Let's say it's 300 milligrams. You're at 900 milligrams. You're at a lot. You're at a lot. Daily dose, maybe 200 milligrams is, tolerable, and that's what, you can function. And if it's used properly, it will help your training tremendously. And I'm not talking about the fat burning portion, but if you dose stimulants correctly, you can get more weight up. It's a fact. Like they've done some scientific facts on this, right? So I'm not saying you're going to lift 100 pounds more, but it might be 5 or 10 pounds more. And, at that point, you'll be able to go harder. So, I think that used properly, these are the best thing on the market to be able to have. If you have cardiovascular or heart problems, probably not the best to have. So, everybody's different, but majority of people can tolerate these. Majority of people do these. It's probably one of our biggest sellers.
Now, you mix that with your aminos, your Titan, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So
you're getting your brain creatines, you're getting your EAAs, you're getting all of that as well with injectable on top of.
Yep. So I'm getting my injectables in. So at that point, I'm covering all those bases there: glutamine, arginine, ornithine, lysine, L-citrulline, proline, taurine, NAC, L-carnitine, valine, isoleucine, and valine. Oh, wait, I already said valine. Valine, isoleucine, and leucine. So, it's tremendous. Plus, and then I'm adding healing peptides too as well. So, I'm getting a lot of different effect because KPV, right? And that's good for like inflammation and stuff like that. But that sequence is literally like, what is it? Valine, isoleucine, and one more. But it's basically like your branch chains in there that as far as the sequence. So, you want to get as many of these amino acids as possible in your body too, because they're helping you recover and a lot of other things like collagen and different functions in the body. So it's important. It's really important. And if you can get it as clean as you can, because you don't work out, you can get this stuff clean. You can get a faster transportation rate in the body, higher absorbency, which is going to give you a way better effect, right? So I got Peter taking Hercules. Now he'll take the injection, but I'm not letting Peter do his own injections yet. This is what we're going to do, right? Because I don't think he's there. He likes to take shortcuts, and it's not something to shortcut. So at that point, like I know Shree's got him like these Hercules. We made Hercules potion pills for him. We had the pharmacy make them. So he took like 3 or 4, and he's like, "Man, it didn't have any effect on me." I'm like, and obviously the injectable has an effect. So I'm like,
right.
Dude, I'm like, that's the reason. This is the reason why, and people will take this orally and still not get the exact same effect. So, it's in a league of its own, some of these different injectables and the result you're going to get from them.
I know that I was the over the counter, just go down to Sprouts and get my BCAAs and EAAs. And then I did a blood work panel to check to see, because I'm the guy that I'll load up that glutamine throughout the day and leucine, lysine, BCAAs, EAAs, and I tested and I came up for the majority of the stuff still low. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm the guy that does probably more than anybody and still coming up low when I did that panel. Yep. Now is my body just using it up or I'm training so hard? Yeah, maybe that's something. But at the same time, I was like, okay, let me try the injectables to see how that works as well. And what I liked, again, for me, I know people talk about creatine and how it makes you full and stuff. I'm a glutamine guy. My God, I feel so round and full with a good amount of glutamine throughout the day. But then I also get my creatines and other things. But it's just, I like the injectables. So you guys out there, that's something. And I'm dieting down right now. Again, I thought I was be able to go off season for a bit, but it looks like nope. I don't get that off season again. Right. Say, wait a minute. Do as I say, not as I do. Everybody, just understand that. He's like, you should take off season. You should let your body heal. You should be in a surplus of calories. You should do all this. I'm blessed not to have to do that. And I'm going into this cut again. And I feel when I don't have that injectables or the EAA stack. And so that's something I'm telling Mona, hey, get my order out from Titan Medical. I want that box at the door, which is so simple to receive. And it's great. So it doesn't matter where you are in the United States. I'm in LA. Titan Medical is in Florida. And I get my box. I boom, everything's there that I need. And then periodically, I do my blood work to make sure that that's good, make sure that I'm doing it right, make sure the protocol I'm doing is working. And then I also have my phone calls with my provider over at Titan Medical. And I got a great one over there. So her and I chat about everything, kind of go over anything that's going on there with the blood work. What do we need to check? What do we need to do? What would you like me to try? And then I also, I study this stuff. And so I try to ask questions as well. Hey, what do you think of blah, blah, blah? And so it's a nice learning lesson, but it's pretty simple for you guys, no matter where you are in the United States. And my recommendation is going into the new year, you really need to start looking at taking care of yourself. There's going to be a point where you get to do this, and then there's a point where you're going to have to do this. Try to push off the have to as long as you possibly can, and enjoy the get to do this process of being healthy. And John's team, man, it sets you up to work. And I did some cameos. Cameos right now is a big thing. And so I get to do these cameos, and these people are calling saying, hey, can you give me some motivation and stuff? And I find that I keep going back to, I can tell that you're working out hard. I can tell you're doing all this. But are you smashing your head against the wall because the body's not working with you? You know, I think people don't realize when it's working with you, you change so quickly.
Yeah.
And you can tell that with the blood work.
Absolutely. I mean, blood work reflects what's going on the outside for sure. And usually when that blood work's improving, outside's improving just as much. So not even more. So at that point, like it's key. Like inside is everything. You know, I mean, I've seen people look amazing, like Lamborghinis on the outside, and inside, not so much, you know, not good at all. So, you know, it's key to get this blood work done, to see where you're at, some of these different things, you know, and optimize them, make them better, put them back into healthy, optimal ranges, you know, so that's the biggest thing.
Blood work. What do we have on the blood work going in this week and next week?
Sure. So it's 150, you know, that covers your full panel for guys. It's 200 for girls. It's usually 225. I marked that down for the girls this week. I'm going to do a Christmas special probably that week on Christmas or right around there, obviously beforehand or after, where I'll do a 130 special. So stay locked to social media. But at that point, you can give gift certificates. That's been a great one. We get a lot of patients or a lot of people that get gift certificates for their loved ones, their family, their friends, and they get them the gift of health, optimal health. That's the best gift to give somebody, right? To make them feel good for real, not just one day for a short time, but for a long time, right? And helping them. So if you can improve somebody's health, man, that is one of the best gifts you can give them.
Smart call on that. Smart call. Pay it forward, everybody. Pay it forward. If somebody would like to add something to the blood work,
yes,
like the amino acid breakdown.
Sure.
What is the price right now for to add that to the blood work?
It's $200, and that covers every single amino acid, right? So non-essential and your essential. Now I'll break down exactly where those levels are at, and you'll get to see that. But that's how much it is, just that test alone. It's a test that, hey, listen, you can be very specific on it. You can find out if you're getting exactly what you need, and then you can definitely dial that in for sure. If you want to get different tests, let's say you want to run a hemoglobin A1C. I think it's like $25, right? You say, hey, listen, I want to get a hemoglobin A1C. Cortisol, it's like $40. Say, hey, listen, I think I've been really stressed lately. I'm holding some body fat. I really want to test my cortisol. Boom, you can throw that on there. There's different ones too as well. Like, you know, like if people really want to get dialed in or they want to look at different things like SHBG, sexual hemoglobin binding globulins, we can look at that. You can look at an extensive amount of different things. I mean, so if there's something that you really want to look at, like vitamin D is a really big one that I recommend everybody look at because most people are vitamin D deficient. So at that point, you know, if you can put that back in a healthy range, you're going to be getting a lot more benefit to how you feel too as well and everything around you because that's a hormone. So I would definitely do that too.
Somebody asked, where is the website? The website right there. It's Titan Medical, guys.
Yep, TitanMedicalCenter.com.
Yeah, it's Titan Medical. Boom, boom. And we'll also, when this goes up, we'll also put that in the very first comment so you can hit the link there as well for anybody and everybody.
Yep, no insurance is needed. We do not take insurance. Insurance restricts our providers of what they can do, so we don't even deal with it. So don't even worry about insurance.
Yeah, it's a reasonable price.
Yeah. Especially for blood work. It's the most inexpensive blood work you're going to find in the country for sure. What are the benefits from injections? Gets in the blood quicker? ? So yes, it gets in the bloodstream quicker, right? And the absorbency of what you get is going to be the other benefit. So
isn't that the more important thing here? Like I don't care if it gets in there in 5 minutes or in an hour.
Right.
It's the quality that you're getting relative to the digestion of whatever you're taking.
Yeah. I mean, if the way you get the most of it would be the benefit, right? Just
Right.
getting in, you just get to use it quicker. So, I mean, if you're getting some stuff in there that's getting in the blood quicker, you can utilize it maybe more in a workout situation, maybe. But at that point, getting the best absorbency is really where it's at, and that's where the injection really is the king at, for sure.
I guess for me, it's just the term you get it quicker is irrelevant.
Right.
It's the quality that you get, So if you're getting the BCAAs, who cares that you get in 2 minutes or in an hour? It's the quality you're getting so much of it relative to taking it digestion wise.
Absolutely. Johnny, how many times weekly is the best to split administer TRT doses for more even levels and markers to not fluctuate, but to get the full benefits? Too many opinions out there. Absolutely. So listen, I deal with this all the time. People want to administer different ways and all these different splits. And, listen, the tried and true, let me tell you what the tried and true is. The tried and true is to split your dose. You split the dose, inject 3 days apart. So if you do inject on Monday, inject on Thursday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, and so on. If you want to be like some of these guys and you want to do the micro dosing and you want to inject that every day or 3 days a week or 5 days a week. I mean, I've heard so many different things out there, and there's not like a standard protocol for that. People are just playing around. And I haven't seen anybody that's quote unquote said this is the best, because I'm seeing it left and right from influencers, bodybuilders, like this is the best. Nobody knows better. I want to see your blood tests, and I want to see a blood test every single day. And I want to see where those levels are at every single day at a consistent time. That's the only way we'd be able to tell, like, this is definitely superior to this. Otherwise, you're poking yourself and you're going up and down anyway. If you're only getting so much of a dose, who knows? You're going up, you're going down a little bit more, you're going up higher maybe the next time. I don't know. I'm not going to poke myself every day and do a blood test to appease people out there to do it. I'm telling you, majority of patients that we've been with for 13 years run our protocol of the half dose on one day and the half dose on another day, 3 days apart in the split. No matter if you're doing a straight and like an enthate, cypionate, or propionate. Well, propionate, you're going to probably want to inject 3 times a week, but cypionate and enthate. And at that point, when they split it, it's the exact same thing. And they're going to get the best result. They're going to feel best. They're going to be the most consistent as far as that goes. I mean, when you're introducing testosterone every single day, do you think your body's like consistent? No, it really isn't. It's getting used to whatever that dose is that it's getting injected in the body. So it's going to adapt a little bit and it's going to get used to it. But at that point, like if you're up and you're staying up, that's definitely where it's at for me. And if you really want to worry about consistent levels, that's when you get on a blend. Because at that point, you can go a short-term ester with a long-term ester, and you're there no matter what. All right. I'm 46 and was feeling down in the dirt, even with proper diet and lifting lifestyle. Had blood work done. T levels were at 105. Now with treatment after 3 months, above 700, feeling like normal. Again, finally, thank God I had my blood work done, and it saved me. Yeah, that's huge. It's huge. There's so many people out there like this too. And they don't think they've never had their blood work done or anything like that. And they think they don't need it. And you know what, man, there's nothing shaming about getting blood work and finding out where you're at. And there's nothing embarrassing about if you have it, and I think people, they feel like, oh man, like I got low T and like, I don't want to study or I don't. And then you have like nurse wives, they won't do a disservice because their partner's not feeling good. Just they have their own opinion about these different things. They won't let them do it. So I've seen all different types of things, and it sucks. But if you have low T, fix it.
That last question,
advice for quads.
Just on the last question, I like the fact that somebody said he was 46 and he went and did this, because a lot of people will think, well, I'm 46, I'm supposed to feel broken and beat down. Yeah. I mean, we hear 35-year-olds go, I'm tired and I'm already beat down. So I like the fact that he he did this and he realized that's not the case. 46 is still young, and that he went and got it, finds out the problem, which he could have been riding for the next few years.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, just that one visit just changed his whole life. And now 3 months later, he's flying like this. I think that's awesome.
And he said he had a proper diet and he was eating well. So
he's training.
He has no reason to believe that he would do this.
I'm doing more. He's thinking, I'm doing more than 90% of the world. I eat right. I train right. I'm 46 and I'm still beat down. Yeah. And he goes, no, I'm going to go do this. I loved, good job, Robert. Good job on doing that. Because I think most people won't do that.
Never. Even if they're in the dirt.
Yeah. And they're not eating right and stuff. And it's like, well, I'm not eating right. I'm 46. And just like, wow, you could just, even if you don't train and eat right, you're still going to feel much better going to Titan Medical and getting optimized.
Absolutely. You know, it's not for the gym, it's for health.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get that. Any advice for quads day during a cut? That's you, Mike.
I don't know what he's asking. Jeffrey?
Looking for advice for quads during the cut.
Train them.
There you go.
I don't know how you want me to answer that. Yeah. Whether you're cutting or not cutting, you train. Go train them.
Right?
Advice is you train them like if you got size on the off season, continue that same kind of program during the cut. I will say this though, just for anybody else out there that wants to dive into this a little bit deeper than this guy. I was talking to Billy Gunn today, and he loves TC3. It's Titan Challenge 3. It was one of the programs we put together, and it's a great program. It gives you both aspects of if you want the more reps and you want the low reps. He loves it because it works with wrestling and him being in the ring. But his leg day is different, and I changed his leg day to 2 days a week, and it's more of a protocol to continue to train his nervous system and move a good amount of weight. Relative to the typical person goes, well, I train legs so I can build them or something. It's like, no, this one's so you can stay active in the ring. So it's a little different. And so for Billy, it's still the squats, the good range of motion of squats, as much pressure as we can put on his back at 62 years old, and keep him in the ring so he can get to 65 years old and wrestling with his kids. So, yeah. It's an outside of the bodybuilding world, and this is about life and about being able to do and continue what you want. How does that benefit you guys out there? For you guys that like to go golfing, go play tennis, to stay active. The workouts are to keep you active. It's not every workout is to make you a bodybuilder.
Right.
I think that's the most ignorant thought that's what it does. To be a bodybuilder, you got to be so much more on point with nutrition and recovery and everything relative to what the majority is. So just keep that in mind. Give him another one. Johnny's killing this stuff.
Couple of these same questions.
Did you all recommend I get on TRT, 34-year-old UPS? So there's not an age, guys. Get your blood test. At that point, get your blood test. Even in your 20s, you can get it too. 25 and up, I would say get a blood test. If you're feeling low energy, fatigue, not recovering fast enough, body's not changing, you got the diet on point, you're training, sleeping, drinking water, and then at that point, get a blood test. Mental clarity's down, blood test. And, I would say blood test diagnostics for almost anything, even if you're healthy. That way you have just a check on things, you have a gauge on things, and going forward, you know where you were at before, and if there's something off, you got something to look back on and refer to. All right. Hey, Mike, my doctor told me my creatine levels are too high in my urine, and I don't know why. I really don't take it. So what they're saying is in your blood work, it's creatinine. And creatine and creatinine are just two totally different things. Creatinine has to deal with your kidneys and all that. Creatine is not, right? So creatine is what you get from like foods and different things. So, or supplementation.
Yeah. Are you a big person? There's a lot of different aspects to this and why that might be high. And it could be, just because maybe you train well, maybe you're a big person. So there's a lot of other factors, but Johnny's absolutely right. Creatins.
Yeah.
So
could be dehydrated. So drink some water, redo the test. I thank you, Mike. You're a huge inspiration to keep lifting as I enter middle age. Praying God blesses you, sir. That's awesome, Mike. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Mike, what's your opinion on doing shoulder press on a Smith machine rather than regular barbell press?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It locks your shoulders in. We find a great one is an old school technique that was taught to me by Tom Plaz is you get under there in a squat, in a split position and just shoulder press there. Yeah, it's great. Absolutely great. And we do this with a lot of wrestlers because wrestlers are so banged up on their shoulders that we do a lot of pin presses on the Smith machine. And so a pin press is you just stack it to a good portion of the range of motion where you don't need to go so deep and they can still push it through. It's great.
Mike, when I squat, I feel shoulder impingement on one side. Any advice?
Yeah, make sure to find out what's going on there. Yeah, just get an x-ray or an MRI, find out what's going on. Is it deterioration? Is there a rip there? What's going on there? So you can kind of find out what's doing. And for anybody and everybody, and I hate seeing this, but as you go through, so many people cannot do squats anymore because they can't put the bar back there and hold it. So take care of them shoulders, folks. Take care of them shoulders, lower back, knees.
Yeah, shoulders for sure.
I like those questions because they're the same answer as get your blood work done.
Yeah. I mean, even for this, peptides, man, for sure. I mean, that's one thing you can try to throw at it and see if you can get something healed if you don't want to go to check that right away.
Yeah, it's a great point, Johnny. Johnny's talking about find out if it's an injury, a deterioration, what it is, and then if it's a deterioration, okay, now you're going to peptides.
Right.
If there's a slight tear there or something like that, again, you can go peptides and see what the doctor wants to do. But yeah, find out the root, move it, get going, peptides. Remember healing. Remember, you're healing the body with these peptides, guys. Mm-hmm. I know the majority hears this or they think TRT and they think, I'm going to get jacked.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully you do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the street is this healing process that you're getting. You get to enjoy life better. You get to move and groove and tussle.
He says the slight tear, Mike. He's got a slight tear.
Yeah. Heal that bad boy up. Yeah. Get on peptides. If you already know it's a slight tear, then just heal it and get on peptides. BPC, TB500, IGF, glutathione to bring down the inflammation.
Yeah, definitely. What can we do for tendon issues without stem cell therapy due to high cost for stem cell therapy? So BPC, TB500, and we've got that glow mix, which has TB500, BPC 157, KBV, and GHKCU. So you're looking at some great helping for that healing of those tendons or to help those tendons too.
Right there.
Yep.
Get on the phone call right now, call Titan Medical and get that shipped out. You don't need blood work for that also, guys, just so you know.
No blood work needed. Is taking collagen supplements good for those over 50 guys who are weight training? Absolutely. Collagen's great. It's great for guys, great for girls. And this is something with GHKCU, which is the injectable. It's the best one you're going to get for collagen out there. So, if you're taking an oral supplement, great. But at that point, I would look at maybe doing GHKCU if you really, really want to take those effects of collagen. But even Thaddeus last night was asking me, he's like, all right, so what's your skincare routine? He's like, because you got no lines on your forehead and everything like that. I'm like, I don't do any. And I probably should. I use Dial soap, and I use some hair.
Did you just say Dial? Did you just say Dial? You wash your face with Dial?
I use Dial soap.
87? Holy shit. Hey.
The yellow bar.
Oh my God. I love it. You got some ivory in there? What do you got for me? Holy shit.
I've used it my whole life, man. So
That's a good looking dude right there, man. That's good. That's a Greek skin, man. Holy sheesh.
The GHKCU and then the growth hormone leads to normal peptides. Like raising IGF-1 levels is going to definitely help the skin too. So, I mean, you look at all these aspects and you can, and listen, maybe I should get in a skincare routine because it would help even more probably. But just me just not doing it and doing these things has been great for me for sure. Can you build almost equal muscle during a bulk or main gaining?
Can you build almost equal muscle? Okay.
During a bulk or main gaining?
You pick that. Thanks for saving that till last.
That's why they got the tulip on there. Right?
Yeah. You could definitely gain the same. You could probably say the same during the deficit too. What do you guys want to hear on these kind of questions?
What do
you want to hear? That I say yes to this?
Yes.
And that way you feel better that you can just main gain, which isn't a thing.
They want to know if the Hobbit is correct or not.
God dang.
Main gain. Man.
It's hard to gain muscle in off season.
Yeah.
You're being truthful here. It's hard to gain muscle.
Yeah.
Man, you got to be so just like diligent. Yeah. It's like all of you see people every single day go into the gym and train their asses off, and they're doing pretty good on the diet, and they still don't change much.
Right.
And then you go, hey, can I half-ass this shit? Yeah. Hey, I want to gain just as much by half-assing it. Congratulations. Yeah. It makes. I guess it's those kind of things that says, hey, can I have some alcohol every weekend and still do this? It's like, what do you want me to say? Sure.
Can I do the dry out without asparagus?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a clip, chat.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Clip that one.
Chat, clip it. Where did this go?
What peptide for a 57 postmenopausal woman with deteriorating knees? Postmenopausal, make sure your hormones are dialed in first off, because that will definitely help with lubrication in those areas. Because you're postmenopausal, at that point, you probably ain't got no estrogen, and you're probably really dry, and those areas are going to be affected, joint areas especially.
Yeah.
After that, BPC, TB500, KPV, probably the best thing for your deteriorating knees. And hopefully in February or around that time, you can come down to Tampa, Florida and get some stem cells in those knees too as well. And it'll be a total game changer for you. But in the meantime, BPC 157, TB500, KPV, this is definitely going to want what you're going to want to go with, Diane, for sure. And it looks on here that you see your VA doctor Friday. You're going to ask her about peptide injectables, but don't know specifically which one would help with inflammation, helping your knee, spine. You also have osteoporosis. Okay. So osteoporosis, you need hormones. I would talk to your VA doctor is not going to do peptides. They're just not going to do it. Okay. So I would just throw that out the door. Even if you tell them exactly what peptides you want, they're not going to do it. But they will do hormone replacement therapy for you. And if you have osteoporosis, I guarantee that your testosterone's in the dumps. Estrogen might be the same way. And that's why you're in this predicament. If you flip the switch and get on hormone replacement therapy, you're probably going to be able to reverse this to a certain extent. And you're going to feel a hell of a lot better, and your knee's probably going to feel a hell of a lot better. And at that point, you could talk to peptides, with Tight Medical Center if you need to. You can ask your VA doctor, but I will 100% guarantee you they're not going to do any peptides for you. I deal with a lot of active and veterans, and I'm telling you, they'll do hormones now, but they still won't do peptides. They're not even talking about peptides.
Well, the hormones would be automatic, wouldn't they? Because it's postmenopausal, so they would have to do something to make sure.
Especially now with that black label coming off the females thing about estrogen causing cancer. Then at that point now they have to it's been 2 decades of women having to suffer because doctors and patients alike both had these studies saying it was going to cause cancer, cervical cancer, and all these different things. So at this point, they know now it's not going to, and they know that they've ruined a lot of women's quality of life. So at that point, I wouldn't deal with it anymore. Tell your doctor you want hormones tested, get your hormones fixed, Diane, and then come to Tight Medical Center because they're not going to help you out with peptides.
That's the thing too. first of all, a woman, so the bone density is going to go down. So make sure those hormones are right. And then also, it sucks because she should be lifting and she's got bad knees. And it's like, we need to get her under weightlifting to keep that bone density the very best it can, mostly without her. And so, yeah, please come back and let us know how that goes after your meeting with the doctor and what they say. Please let us know.
Yep. Right. It said Titan Medical for supplement. Mike, please send me a link, BPC 157 TB500. All you have to do is go to titanmedicalcenter.com and fill out the inquiry. We'll contact you and get you all set up with PBC TB500 or Titan, or our Glow package, which is awesome too as well.
Thanks, Mona. Thanks for throwing that link up there.
Mike, how do you travel with fatigue? It's a good one, Mike, for sure.
I travel.
Please do it.
Does it mean how do I train with fatigue?
I think travel.
Yeah.
This is like a different perspective. One of those,
It's easier to travel fatigue than it is to train fatigued.
Yeah.
And I'm training fatigued right now. And I compartmentalize in between sets. So, yeah, just save as much energy as I can for what I have to do.
Yep.
And it kind of goes back to probably one of the new YouTubes that we'll post is what Billy and I talked about is if I go into a gym like I am right now, fatigued, and I have to do a leg workout, and I got my squats, my leg press, my hack squats, my leg extensions, my leg curls, my walking lunges, my single leg, got a list. And I go into that gym and I don't have much. I'll definitely get my squats in and maybe something else, and then I'll call it because it's the best I can do for that day, as fatigued as I am, but I'll still get that first portion in. What I won't do is I won't go into the gym and go, well, I don't have much energy. I'm going to bypass the hardest thing here and just do everything else. In no world is that how I approach it and how I tell everybody I work with around the world. I would rather you take the one hard thing and dump everything else over the secondaries.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind, guys, when you're fatigued and you're traveling or doing anything like that. And when you train, travel, and fatigue, just know somebody else out there is doing that shit, and you're a little bitch that you're not. So have that circle of friends around you going, oh, no, if these guys are out there traveling, I always look at like The Rock, man. It makes me feel lazy. Man, traveling, working 12-hour shifts, then going to work out at 3 a.m. and go back to set. It's like, if he's doing it, I'm doing it.
Yep. Hey, Johnny, have you tried KPV to help with reduced inflammation? Absolutely. So I'm on that Glow package. So GHKCU, BPC 157, TB500, and KPV. I've been taking it here. So definitely helps for sure.
I like that. Get a couple more.
I'm just trying something different.
So Titan is 9-0.
Dude, that's awesome.
The season started 3 weeks ago. He's won every tournament so far. Hasn't lost. But man, I ain't ready for this. He's walking around. Yeah, come on now. Yeah, he's like. There's no nervousness. There's no pressure. He's walking in like, hey, it's what we do. It's what we do. We go in there, have fun with this. We wrestle. I toss the kid's head down. And geez Louise. I'm like, oh, as a father, I kind of wanted him to lose for a few years, and just kind of get in the trenches and go, okay, I just got to work harder. So
no need for that.
I'm staying focused. Oh, hi, Mo. Mo's over here. Don't talk about my kid. He's winning. He's winning.
He's a winner, goddammit. He's a winner.
I'm not driving 3 hours.
Yes.
That's right. It's champion blood.
Yeah, she drives, it's 3 hours a day to go to the school for wrestling. Hour and a half there, hour and a half back, and then 2 hours there. So we lose her every day by 2:30.
Wow. Holy
So,
cow.
By the way,
so anytime he starts complaining, he goes, I ain't driving this far for you to act like a little. It's like, okay, Mom, you got him.
Right. Oh man. Well, we need
Get
a
another question there. Okay, what do we got?
Oh, wait, did you pull up?
Didn't pull up, my friend. Mo, you go one more on this. Thank you.
Does training a part of your body with lightweight help speed up recovery? For example, bicep strain. I mean, you want to get blood flow there. Might be a little stretching, might be a little lightweight, but you definitely want to get blood flow there.
100%. Yeah, you always want to continue the blood flow. Best thing for it. After surgeries, after injuries, after everything, try to keep the blood flow. And if you got a little bit of an injury, BPC, TB 500, do the mix. Right, Johnny?
Yep, absolutely, man. BPC, TB 500, KPV, I would definitely do that for sure.
Yeah, that's the way to go, guys. That's the way to go. For all of you out there, or you're starting to feel a little something, that's your go-to.
I got it.
Absolutely.
Trying to work.
Best. Definitely the best.
One more banger, please.
One banger, boys.
So Patriots country. Come on now.
So when is this? When is Patriots country coming on?
It's just the representative of the shirt and USA, baby.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
Well,
just the shirt.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. What we got here?
I'll pull up some training. What?
Mike, I went to high school with your Juanita.
What's going
With
on?
you and Juanita. Are you went to Juanita? Is that the name of your high school? Juanita?
Juanita Rebels.
That's so exotic, Mike.
Yeah. Freaking awesome. I think they changed
I
it
see
now.
that picture of you in high school football, dude. Holy shit.
Tell her I said hello. I love that. I absolutely love that.
That's awesome. Mike, how many calories of a maintenance do you go on a bulk? You like 5,000, 6,000, Mike? What do you do?
I know people say this, so I just want to make this clear. There's no such thing as maintenance. In my book, there's no such thing as maintenance. You are getting older. So either you're in a surplus trying to get better, or you're cutting up for some kind of project. But the whole idea of, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do my maintenance number and get exercise. Great. You have just phoned in, clocked out. You are done and aging.
It's true.
I can't go any other way with that. There's no maintaining. You're aging.
Yep.
That's not how life works. I wish it would. I really wish. You know, if people are out there saying, hey, yeah, just maintain. I'm just trying to maintain my. You're not. You're not.
Always want to be better for sure.
Well, listen, if you're trying to get better,
Right.
if you're trying to get better, there's a chance you're at least slowing down the aging process.
Right.
I mean, that's the reality of it.
Absolutely.
You go born, you get up to a peak, and then it starts. How can you minimize the decline the very best you can?
Yeah.
By trying as hard as you did in your 20s and 30s.
Yep.
There is no maintaining. And as soon as you start going to the gym going, just get my 3 days. I just do my maintenance calories. Or the guy yesterday we saw, I eat once a day. You don't need to eat more than once a day. Great. Your body's recovering off of 30 grams of protein a day. Good for you. You idiot. You absolute retard. Holy shit. Yeah, our ancestors didn't live past 30. So it's
Yeah.
like you guys can clip that and throw it up there and do whatever you want and take everybody that believes in fasting and eating once a day. Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Mike, what's the best way to lose the fat that's been sticking to me? I've been working out for a long time, and now that I'm back to dieting and working out, I can't lose my gut.
Johnny, please give him a protocol because he's already there. He's already working hard. Here's a guy that's in it, wants to get better. Help him out.
Yep. So, all right. So, listen, I don't know how old you are and anything like that. Definitely want to make sure your hormones are dialed in, especially your estrogen if you're having belly fat issues. The other thing I would say is maybe look into a GLP-1. GLP-1 is going to work magic for you, especially retatrutide. If you're doing the right things right now, you're going to lose a lot of body fat like that. The other one you could pair it up with or take alone too as well would be testosterone. Testosterone is going to raise growth hormone levels, which is obviously going to kick up recovery. It's going to kick up your metabolism, and at that point, help attack visceral belly fat. You can also take these two together, which would definitely get you an expedited result beyond just taking one for sure.
He seems like a guy that probably just doesn't have as much as somebody.
Right.
So it's just that portion. Could he do testosterone, AOD,
Yep.
and a little IGF something at night, and testosterone again,
Yep.
maybe morning and night,
Yep.
and that's going to take care of that stubborn body fat that he's not losing.
Absolutely. I mean, even if you want to do the Titan transformation as AOD, MOTS-C, testosterone, and iprolin, that would probably be your winner. You take one injection at night and be ready to rock and roll. I mean, that would be a winner for sure. And even if you wanted to double up on it per se and take one in the morning, one at night, you could do that too if you really wanted to. But I mean, I would do that and then maybe throw in a little GLP for microdosing because you don't have to take a full dose of GLP either. You can microdose it out with those other products or therapies and still get a great result. And then just monitor it like at 28 days, like how's it going? Like, are you moving the scale? Are you getting to where you want to go? Is the body starting to change? And then you're like, yeah, it's starting to change. Well, then we continue on there. But you're like, not really moving clothes wise or scale wise. So at that point, then we'd have to look at that and then increase, one of those different things, maybe a GLP or whatever it may be.
I guarantee, my friend, you do that for 12 weeks. Stay on the diet, stay the training. Just do that little protocol that Johnny was talking about. 12 weeks, boom, you've got that stubborn fat off, and now you don't need to continue. You can just maybe do PPC, TB500 for your ligaments and joints, recovery, something at night, and then you can stay with that and jump off of everything else. And that way, you get rid of the stubborn fat. You got the abs you want. You got the body you want. And now you can move forward again.
Yep.
Great question. Great job. Jeffrey, you got one more for me? One more for the people in the back.
Oh yeah.
How do you make
Johnny, testosterone or iprolin? There is or CJC 1295. So usually you get CJC 1295 with iprolin. That's where you get it from us. If I had to pick between the two, I would definitely pick testosterone every single time. Testosterone is a monster compared to CJC and iprolin. Those work very well together. But at that point, testosterone not only works better just by itself to raise growth hormone levels, but I keep telling you guys, attacking visceral belly fat. And that is like something. Like that's why I keep hitting at it and saying it, because there's not too many things in the market that are going to attack visceral belly fat and just attack one area of stubborn body fat, right? Usually you have to work it and you have to lose weight overall. This is super cool that you can do that. So testosterone would be my pick for sure.
Thank you, Johnny, for today.
Of course, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
And congrats again yesterday, the meetings,
Yes.
what's coming,
Yes.
Titan Medical.
Yeah. Hopefully big one today too.
Get over there, guys. Get over to Titan Medical. We got some great questions and answers today. So you guys watch back the show, and we'll post this up on Mike O'Hearn's show for you guys. Click the top link to get on over to Titan Medical. Johnny,
Yep.
Go crush the day, brother.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go do it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Check in with me later.
I will for sure. Later, bro.
Thanks. Back to main gaining. There's no main gaining, guys. We're pushing forward. That's all we're doing. Yeah, one more second. Power of Bodybuilding, week 5. We got our new program out. We'll throw that down too on the pin down below for you guys. What do we got? Man, we're like 3 weeks away.
And if you want to go and get the new programs, pbapp.mikeohearn.com.
pbapp.mikeohearn.com.
Simple, easy, quick.
Boom, boom.
All the plans right there.
We'll write that bad boy down. Little power bodybuilding app. All right. What do we have? Final questions here. We got everything.
Yeah, there's one. Please don't end the stream.
Gotta go, guys. I gotta
Please.
feed this body. I'm not one of these eat one meal a day kind of guys.
What?
No.
How often do you get your blood work done?
3 months. Every 3 months. Yes, sir. Man, those arms are looking juicy. What's going on there, guys?
Yeah, right.
A little suspicious.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what is the best bicep workout?
Straight bar, dumbbell curls, and preacher.
Easy. Clean.
One more.
He goes to I go to the Discord's gray market and get them way cheaper.
Good job. He's got bath water.
Yeah.
It's always the guy with no photo. It's like,
Yeah.
great job.
Hey, Mike, do you wake up early and sacrifice sleep for games?
Yeah, I do. 100%. Go for
What
it.
is this? Hey, Mike, how many gyms would be too many to switch between the train?
None.
Yeah,
There ain't no number.
never.
No, not at all.
Does Mike eat the whole egg or just the egg white?
Depends on the season, right?
Mm-hmm. What water do you drink?
Just water.
Tap water.
I'm old school. I'll drink out of that hose. Nope, no Yoki. Oh, you giving them? Yeah, feed them.
36. I feel like I've hit a plateau. Any tips?
Yeah, just go back to your program that you have, and then just go over everything that you have on your program, your workout plans. Have you maxed out on those lifts? Are those lifts kind of stalemate? Where's your nutrition at? Change that. That way you always stay ahead of it, guys. Always just go back to your paperwork, back to your book. You never plateau. It's going to happen, but that's why you keep track of it. That's why you guys know about where you are with your training, you know where your nutrition is, and that way you just change it and continue forward.
Make donkey calf raises great again. Mike, is there any movie coming out soon?
Yep. Upside Down, be out in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Bobo's got some home movies coming out.
Same shirt.
You do, don't you?
I almost put it on.
Dude, you should have done this. This is right here. This is a Bobo Express. Thanks, Bo.
Michael swap hats. Get a couple photos going.
Boom.
How do you find peace after all the dust settles?
You don't.
Fuck.
There's no peace in this bad boy. You're fighting all the time. If you're finding peace, man, you ain't living fast enough. Get nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Find a piece.
Be a piece. He's going to find some pieces this week.
48 hours.
48 hours, this guy's going to have a piece.
Funny thing is, she don't know, or there's options out there that if they're thinking they're the 48-hour option.
Oh,
Shit.
so they're all out here
It's a
going,
roll of the dice.
yeah.
Mike, can you walk us through the basic theory of how to keep the rotator cuffs and shoulders healthy while lifting heavy over a lifetime?
Least amount of mileage. So the whole idea about repping out tons and tons of reps is a no. Range of motion. Those are the main things. And then remember, nutrition, you're feeding not just the muscle, but the connective tissue. So you're eating the right foods for that. And you're trying to stay in a surplus. So that way your body's always recovering and you're never breaking it down over and over again, which I'm doing right now. So again, do as I say, not as I do. Those are the things. Those are things you main focus. And sucks because you got a world telling you to fast, eat 1 meal a day. So right there, you're deteriorating the connective tissue. They're telling you don't do full range of motion. So again, now you got lack of range of motion. And as you age, you're just going to be building up scar tissue in there. So you can't keep range of motion and you hurt your shoulders. What else echo wise are you hearing? So yeah, lack of range of motion, not feeding the body nutrition wise, the amount of reps they're telling you to do for optimal hypertrophy training, again, is terrible and idiotic. So yeah, sorry guys. Everything you guys are hearing about and told to do is the exact opposite that you should do to keep healthy shoulders.
Yeah. And maintaining.
Yeah.
Any advice on calf training?
Train them like a savage.
Yes, sir.
Train those bad boys.
Or be born.
And that is my out. I got my food here because I'm not main gaining
All right.
or dirty bulking. Is that what they call it too?
Dirty bulking, main gaining.
It sounds so rainbow. Sounds like Bobo would do that.
You would main gain.
You would main gain, right? Is that what you're doing? We'll talk to you guys soon, man.